Hello! I just learned that I have Facebook Live, so instead of doing Periscopes, I wanted to try this format and see how it works out. So if you're joining me live, awesome, and if you're watching it afterward, let me know what you think. So I wanted to do just a quick video today on how to be your dog's favorite toy. I was working with a client the other day on like Friday or Saturday. Anyways, and she was doing some stuff with her dog, and every time she went to praise him, he would kind of pull away and disconnect, and he wasn't digging what she was doing as a reward. So I suggested to her to try something different. I find that most dogs aren't that interested in touching when they're either working for food or they're in an outside environment. Just like you might like to be hugged, but not when you're in the middle of a board meeting, or not when you're in the middle of a family function or something. So there's a time and a place when we like these things, and a time and a place where we will respond less to these things. So welcome to those of you who are just joining me. I'm just talking quickly about how to be your dog's favorite toy, and that there's no one magic secret for every dog, but there's one magic secret for your dog, and it's your job to find it. So I find that when you reach in to touch your dog or to pet your dog, it's certainly not going to be the best way to reinforce them or connect with them when you're outside, when you're in an environment where they're super excited to be doing other things like playing with other dogs or chasing squirrels. So to refer back to the client I was mentioning at the beginning, Courtney, so Courtney, I'm going to use your name, hopefully you don't mind if I call you out. She's doing an amazing job with her dog. She's the best client ever, follows through with all of the directions I ask her to do to a T. It's just that her dog was not connecting with her reinforcement. So I had her change it up. Instead of reaching in to pet him to tell him he's a good boy, I had her release him, tag him, and run. So when I say tag him, think about when you play tag with a person. You kind of give him a quick touch on the shoulder and you go, tag your it, and you take off running. And as soon as she started to do that, suddenly her dog lightened right up, and he was like, wait, what? You can be fun too? And poor Courtney, of course, she realized that, or she had said to me, she didn't think she was at all interesting to her dog. And all it took, she really is interesting to her dog, but all it took was finding the key to turn his little on switch and to get him having fun and engaging with her. So what I want for you guys to do, your little challenge, if you find that your dog isn't that interested in you, I want you to start experimenting with different ways you can engage with them. Whether that be, so the tagging game, for example, where you tag your dog and run, that's when, and have them chase you. Dogs like to chase. If you have a dog who chases bunnies, you know this, or chases squirrels, you already know this. So you've got to be the one that's interesting like a bunny. I have dogs that aren't particularly toy motivated, so it's not like I can just pull a ball out and go, hey, here, you want to play with your ball? If you're lucky enough to have a dog who loves to play ball or loves to play tug, game on, go for it. If you're not, then this is where you've got to experiment a little bit and find out what works for your dog. So a couple of suggestions. One, the tag game, so playing tag, tag your it, and take off running. And every time they catch up to you, make a really quick direction change. Think of what a bunny would do if it was chasing a bunny. As soon as the dog gets close, bunny dekes off in an opposite direction. So you can do that as well. Another suggestion is to get down on the ground and roll around with them. Be goofy, use goofy body language. Also soften up with your body language a little bit. So instead of saying, being really wide-eyed, maybe you soften your eyes and look away a little bit and act a little bit meeker, because sometimes we come on a little too strong when we're playing with our dogs, especially if you have a dog who's a little bit more timid. And if you're like me and you have a bit more of an outgoing personality with dogs, you can be a little bit overbearing. So soften your body language up, soften your eyes up. You can get down on your hands and knees. Sometimes I'll hide my face under my arms if I put my head down on the ground, and make goofy noises, and see if you can get your dog to burrow underneath your arms and come and find your face with their nose. So have a little fun with them that way. So we've got tag, we've got goofy body language, and experiment with different types of touch, because some dogs love, an ear rub, some dogs love a bum scratch. But like I said, not all dogs love touch when there's more interesting things to do. They typically save that for when you're chilling in the living room. So my challenge to you this week is to find a way to be more fun and interesting to your dogs. And if you figure out what your dog's magic key is, what the button is to get them on board with you, then feel free to message below. I believe with Facebook Live, this is my first time doing it, but I believe with Facebook Live, you can write in the comments once the video is being posted. So write in the comments what your dog's magic key is, the one that turns him on and gets you excited, gets him excited to play with you, and instead of playing with the other dogs or instead of chasing the bunnies, and let me know what that is. Because guaranteed, if you find something fun for your dog, it might benefit somebody else as well. So thanks for joining in. And Marie, nice to see you. I haven't talked to you in a long time, so nice to see you joining in. And let me know what you think of the Facebook Live. Talk to you later. Bye.